Scotty D. Wade, third greatest shooting guard of all time. Karl Malone, a lot of really great players. Kevin Durant, oh my God, Kevin Durant, that would have been a good one. Curry. Even the Claw himself, Kawhi Leonard. But you know, you gotta go with the big Aristotle on this one, guys. Shaq, the most dominant center of all time. I feel like if he's not going in these first couple picks, I think I even got him a steal going out of the top 10. I feel like Shaq always goes top 10, but I feel like I got a really good pick here. But yeah, I'm still planning on posting a video tomorrow. It's gonna be, like I said before, a video that's gonna take a little bit longer to edit, so I just threw out a video for you guys to get me in the YouTube algorithm to put out a video. So hopefully you guys enjoy a little bit of a more laid back, chill video. Not really sure what I'm gonna be talking about a lot, but hopefully this video is somewhat interesting. I've done a lot of these ones before, and you also see that Michael Jordan did not go number 1 in the draft. We had Kareem go 1, then Magic Johnson, LeBron to the Wizards, Timberwolves, got Oscar Robertson, Kobe. Imagine picking Oscar Robertson over Kobe and all these other great players. That's crazy. Yeah, so I'm gonna be obviously going through all the teams and seeing, you know, what players other teams went and got. So don't worry about that. Next, we have our second pick, and there's still a lot of really great high 90 overall players. We can even get Penny Shaq together again. Russell Westbrook. That's always a good pick. Luka Doncic, my boy, Dame Dollar would be a good pickup too. Oh man, I always want, whenever I'm starting a franchise, I always want to get a guard and a center. But I feel like, in my opinion, the defensive capability that Kawhi Leonard could bring to this team would be amazing. So now I got my leading probably scorer with Shaq, my go-to guy. Then I got a good ball defender with Kawhi Leonard. Then I'm going to be definitely using that to my advantage. He's not going to be so much of a scorer on my team. I think he's just going to be the go-to defender for the team. But I think that's a pretty solid top 2 pick. Obviously, there's a lot of other legends up there, but I'm trying to think of throughout history what sort of positions are very highly stacked, and small forwards isn't that highly stacked of a position in the league history, but the guards are. So that's why I waited another round to pick a point guard. Obviously, a lot of great guards still on the board. Actually, all the top guys here are all point guards. Damian, Tony Parker, Chauncey Billups, Gilbert Arenas would be amazing as well. World Be Free, wow, that's crazy. Rajon Rondo, Kevin Johnson, John Wall. We all saw kind of what happened to him in recent history. If you have a Twitter, you probably know what I'm talking about, but I think I'm just gonna go with Dame Dollar. I guess that's sort of biased. Maybe Chauncey would have been a good one too. Man, Chauncey Billups and Kawhi Leonard on the same team. That's a lockdown defensive perimeter duo right there. But yeah, I feel like Dame, Kawhi, and Shaq. That's a pretty good big 3 if you're asking me. Alrighty, so now we need a shooting guard and a power forward. Right now, we have my big 3, both pretty high 90 overall. I feel like Shaq and Kawhi definitely gets it done for us. And then we have a go-to scorer on the team with Dame Dollar. That's a good one. And at the 2, we actually have another Portland legend here, Brandon Roy, who might actually be the best person to pick here. Let's see, we do need a power forward. There's Elton Brand, Zach Randolph, LaMarcus Aldridge. That might not be a bad one either, but I think that's too much in the paint, sort of. Too much in the paint work, because LaMarcus can't really shoot threes. At least he used to not be able to, but I feel like Brandon Roy here is probably the go-to pick. I don't know. I feel like he's definitely a good two-way player. He can definitely defend, not at a super high rate like Kawhi Leonard, but I feel like having a backcourt of Dame and Brandon Roy would be amazing. Plus you have Kawhi there on the wing as well. Now we just need to find a good shooting power forward that we can pair up with Shaq, a player that cannot sort of hog the paint with Shaq, a player who can hit the 3, but also get it done in the paint when he needs to rebound and whatnot, and good defense. Power forwards are usually pretty hard to come around. Right now I'm looking through centers to see if I can find a center that can make a power forward. Maybe that'll help me out a little bit, but gonna go with Tom Chambers here. I feel like that's a pretty decent pickup there. Alright, six man. Who am I going to pick up as the best player to come off my bench? And there's obviously a lot of good players still, but like I said before, John Wall is a really good pickup here. We get now a more versatile, athletic, defensive style point guard. Yes, this is supposed to be prime John Wall, not nowadays John Wall, but I feel like that was a pretty good pickup. We get a sort of different sort of style of basketball we can play. If we want to take Dame out, we get a more athletic, bulldozer type of point guard, I see Kristaps here a lot, which, if you don't know 2K My League, Kristaps Porzingis is always scoring ridiculous numbers in my league in the sim engine, so I'm thinking about taking him, but Devin Booker off the bench would also be very cool. We get another ball-dominant player who can score in bunches. Iguodala looked really nice there too if Iggy was still there when I get my next pick, but I don't know if you saw it, he was already picked up. You'll see. I sort of searched over there, but he's already picked up, which is really sad. I think Iguodala also would have been another good pickup off the bench to have another really good perimeter defender, but we ended up picking him up. I think Chris Middleton, didn't I? Get Chris Middleton. Oh no, I get Chris Middleton now, yeah. Another really good player, at least we saw in the playoffs, who can definitely score and defend very well. You can see he has actually an A perimeter defense, also really good scorer. He has an A-. Jalen Rose has a lot of badges for some reason, which I'm very surprised about. I was thinking of picking at him, but I feel like just the scoring output that Chris Middleton can do, being a 3-and-D type player, I think will help us out a lot. Alright, now we are back to the big men role, trying to find another backup big, which it looks like they have just a lot of just defensive-minded centers, which is fine. That's totally okay. You have Marcus Camby here, who used to be a defensive player of the year back in the 2000s, right? Yeah, 2007. And then you have a lot of other really good ones. You have Yusuf Nurkic, a good passing big man, but Hassan Whiteside, some other really good ones. But in my opinion, I have a feeling that Joakim Noah, another former defensive player of the year, would be a good pickup here. Another really good defensive-minded player in his heyday back in the Chicago Bulls, but also an amazing rebounder. Now, what I do when I do fantasy drafts, and I don't know if anyone else really does this, is sort of a cheat, I guess you want to call it that, is getting young players with super high potential to use as trade leverage in trades if you want to get a better player than plays you have now, which I think Tom Chambers being in my starting lineup is a little weak compared to a lot of other people's teams, so I might do a trade to maybe try to find another, better stretch for. Not saying Tom Chambers is bad, but I feel like I can get a lot of worth if I trade, say, like Tyler Hero and John Chambers. I could probably trick the system into getting me a better player. Alrighty, auto-generate rookies, obviously, and let's get over to the team and see how well we're stacking up here. So our starting lineup looks like it's going to be a Damian Lillard. We're starting point guard. Dallas Maverick jersey looks kind of weird. We have Brandon Roy, Kawhi Leonard, Tom Chambers, and Shaq, the big man, the superstar himself. Then our sixth man going to be John Wall. Joakim Noah as well, coming off the bench. Backup center, backup shooting guard, Devin Booker. We have Kristaps, who I need to make a power forward. I need to remember that. And then Chris Middleton. I'm not going to run a 10-man rotation because no one really in my league really runs 10-man rotations. It's kind of irrelevant. You want to keep the rotation pretty tight, and it really works out pretty well. So I'm going to give 33 minutes to our big guys here, and then obviously Shaq, our star, is going to get 35, and then 30 minutes to the other starters. Rounds out the team looking pretty snazzy. Looking at the other teams that are around the league, you saw our team already being absolutely dominant. It looks really nice. Brooklyn Nets here have Scottie Pippen and Ray Allen, not too shabby. Clyde and Dominique, wow, it's a high-flying team for sure. Isaiah Thomas, Dwight, Tim Duncan, Pistol Pete Maravich, and Yao Ming. Wow, Tim Duncan and Yao. Kareem, Bob Cousy, Jerry West, George Mike, and Moses Malone, Paul Pierce, Chauncey Billups, not bad. Harden and George Gervin, that's a tough. Oh, Karl Malone and D-Wade, I like that. Michael Jordan, face them in the playoffs or something. We have Dirk and David Robinson. That's a good big lineup. Steve Nash and Hakeem Olajuwon. LaMarcus Aldridge. That's not bad at all either. Anyone else really looking out? Melo and Stockton. Bill Russell. James Worthy. Kobe and Westbrook. Chris Mullin. Embiid. Wow. That's a good little lineup they got going on over there. Magic and Bill Walton. That's a good duo right there. Magic and Bill Walton, two college legends. You have the MVP there of Giannis. Oh my God, the Kings got Anthony Davis and Wilt Chamberlain. Good luck trying to score on them. Wow. Kevin Garnett, J. Kidd, Paul George, and Klay Thompson. Chris Paul, T-Mac, and back to us. So there are a lot of really great teams, it seems like, in the league right now. There's a lot of really great duos and trios, but I think we still have arguably the best team with Shaq, Dame, and Kawhi. So we're going to simulate to almost about halfway through the season. And I'm going to be obviously talking over the simulation as it goes on. So, oh my God, you're joking. Oh my God. Oh, okay. If we lose another game, I think I might have to do a coach setting. Yep, okay, I'm going to fix my coach settings and stuff. That went really bad. I think I need to make, my God, why are we sucking? What's happening? 15, 16, 15, 17. And Shaq, okay, well, I don't really see why we're, oh God, Joakim Noah's not getting, yeah, that's tough. Oh, and I need to make Porzingis a power forward, that's right. Oh, and the computer wants us to start John Wall over Dame. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. And then, yeah, I don't think I really need Joakim Noah getting any minutes if he's only gonna score like 3 points a game. And put Wall back on the bench. I think Wall off the bench is just a better punch than Damian off the bench. And then everything else looks good. And then I need to, that's a lot of, yeah, I don't need to put too much playbook frequency. Tighten the rotation, lineup factor. No, I don't really care about that. And then Mavericks playbook. I think I'm gonna go to the Spurs playbook because they have a more well-rounded playbook. How would it feel like? Obviously, the Spurs having, multiple players be able to score, 10 to 15 a game. So I feel like that's a more evenly sort of spread out playbook. And then coach system. I think they should probably just keep it balanced. I think that'll just favor everyone. So I'm just gonna keep it there. Wow, that's a big yikes. Okay, let's try to simulate a little bit, a couple more games to see how bad we do. Oh, actually, I just skipped the simulation, my bad. Yeah, so let's actually see a little bit through this simulation. We're actually doing a little bit better after the coach settings and stuff. Plus, I think team chemistry should be turned off during this, but I totally forgot to do that, so my apologies. But right now, just looking through the standings right now, and the Sacramento Kings are actually the worst team in the West. With that crazy dynamic big man duo of Wilt Chamberlain, who's only getting a couple touches a game, and same thing with Anthony Davis. I feel like they should be using them a lot more, but definitely the best duo big men in the league, that's for sure. When JoJo White is your leading scorer of your Legends team, it's probably not going so hot for you guys. And the Atlanta Magic over there, the East is the worst team over there with Chris Paul, T-Mac, and Amare. And Karl Anthony Towns, yeah, that team doesn't really look so well defensively. Not any of those players are bad, but just doesn't really stack up to any of the defensive teams that we've seen before. And then you have the Celtics really struggling as well with Steve Nash and Hakeem Olajuwon. And we have LeBron's team with Gary Payton and Dave Cowens doing really good, which is kind of surprising. But then again, they have, LeBron James, so can't really count them out. And the Knicks are doing pretty well with not really a really big superstar. They have a lot of really good players, but not like a really big name superstar in my opinion. And also to show you guys, I have been doing 50 simulation because I always try to show you guys that these aren't, weird or anything like that. But I did want to show you guys this trade I did make for Kevin Love. There's a reason why I'm making this trade, and I'll show you guys why I'm doing it. You guys will see that Tom Chambers isn't shooting threes, so Kevin Love is shooting almost 40% from three. I feel like Kevin Love is the better upgrade was yesterday for you guys. Won 117 to 106. It seemed like a pretty well-rounded game from Boston's, big-time players with Kemba, Tatum, and Brown all scoring over 20, and then Marcus Smart also having a big contribution to that, scoring 20 points as well. This was Gordon Hayward's first game back. His first game back, he played 30 minutes, which I thought was probably pushing it a little bit, being his first game back, but he only scored 6 points. He had 5 rebounds and 4 assists with 3 steals and a block, so he did a little bit of everything. Struggled from shooting, but obviously that's going to come in time, but it seemed like he had really, really, really good hustle, which is all you can really hope for Gordon Hayward at this point in time. His health is just really getting in the way for him. Miami side of the ball, let's see, they shot 38% from the field, which is very, very, very uncommon for Miami. They're usually a very dominant field goal shooting team because they take a lot of twos and not a lot of threes. They did shoot 27% from three, so this was just an off game for Miami altogether. Obviously, it's not gonna be a common thing for Miami. They might bounce back and take another game, but man, if Boston keeps this roll going, then that could be really good. I could definitely see Boston maybe winning the next game, only because it seemed like their little, locker room blowout seemed like it did really good for them. Obviously over time, with a young team like that, there can be a lot of guys who sort of just, tensions rising, but they don't want to say anything. They don't like confrontation, so they just let it all out at once. So hopefully them letting it out all at once really helped the team out to clear the air, and I guess we'll have to see, because I would see Miami winning the next game if this game was close, but the fact that this was a blowout seemed pretty troublesome in Miami's point of view. If Boston wins the next game, man, this is going to be very, very interesting, but I still think that Miami will win the series. Like I said, Miami had one of the worst shooting games they've had the entire playoffs. I do not see that happening again, knock on wood. Not trying to jinx everything, but I guess we'll just sort of have to see that one. And then today, as we're seeing this video, this game will definitely be over by the time this video is up. We have here the Denver Nuggets and the LA Clippers playing a game 2, and I do feel like obviously the Lakers will win this game. If anything, I think maybe Denver will win game 4 or game 3. I think they're probably going to try to not play LeBron or Anthony Davis as much in this series. Maybe they try to rest them for the NBA Finals. If they do make it past it, obviously, again, knocking on wood, not trying to jinx anybody here, but LeBron and AD are just in go mode. They're in, finals sights are ahead of them, and hopefully they don't overlook Denver, but you can tell that they're locked and loaded and ready to keep playing as hard as they can. So I'm going to guess that the Lakers win, but again, I'm still taking Denver to take at least a game or 2. I think Denver's still good enough to win a game or 2, but obviously, Lakers take the series. I'm very excited to see, what happens to Denver after this offseason. I think they definitely obviously overachieved, going to Game 7s 2 times in a row. It looks like pretty hard on probably the entire organization and the entire team, but like I said, if Denver can somehow get a piece in the offseason, they can try to maybe trade away Michael Porter Jr. or some picks and get a really, really, really good player to a team that's trying to blow up, or a team that's trying to restart. I guess we'll maybe just have to see, but I'm very excited to see what could definitely happen. On to the awards for our simulation here. A lot of interesting ones. Obviously, Manu Ginobili being 6th man of the year is pretty funny because he's definitely the best 6th man of all time. Wasn't Bob McAdoo the MVP of the league? He averaged almost 30 points per game, so that was pretty crazy. Then you have Bill Russell being the defensive player of the year and most improved. However that happens, I have no idea, but that's definitely crazy. Then you have the All-NBA first teams with Oscar Robertson and Magic Johnson, Giannis, LeBron, and Bob McAdoo, the MVP. The second team, we have here Michael Jordan, Luka Doncic, Elgin Baylor, Larry Bird, and Hakeem Olajuwon. Third team, you have Curry, Stockton, Malone, and Kareem, I think, and someone else. I didn't see who else it was. But yeah, a lot of really good players on there, obviously. But now we're at the NBA playoffs. A lot of really good teams still made it. It looks like the Wizards dropped down to 2, and Milwaukee made a really big lead to be the number 1 team in the East. That's pretty crazy, but we're going up against the Utah Jazz. Against Giannis, I guess. Which will be troublesome, I feel like, because we have no one who can guard Giannis. Oh god. Oh no. Okay, I need to do some coach settings here. I need to fix this. We have, oh man, we have no one who can guard Giannis. Am I gonna put Shaq on Giannis? And it's like, man, no one's really scoring all that well either. I could just feel it in my gut that Giannis is killing us. I think all I need to really do is tighten up the defense. So maybe if I do like tight pressure and tight off-ball pressure, maybe that'll help us out a little bit. I do this in all my series, and I'm not gonna mess with any of the matchups because that sometimes messes me up. Maybe since I just tighten up the defense, maybe we can just get a couple games in. If we lose in the first round, I don't doubt it because, like I said, all these teams are really good. You know, they're all legendary teams. Okay, that makes more sense. There we go. Jesus. It's just 2K being 2K. Yeah, dang, I never really thought about that. We don't really have a really good big man who can guard that much. I mean, maybe like Kawhi could have guarded Giannis, but that would have been tough as well for him as well. I don't know. Oh, anyways, on to the second round. We have here the LA Lakers. And in the first round, the Milwaukee Bucks get upset to the Cleveland Cavaliers. Wow, 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 wow. That is crazy. We also had the Lakers upset the Warriors in the first round as well. Let's see if we can get a little bit better luck here. We do lose one of the games, but we do come back and win the series. That's great for us. And we have here the Minnesota Timberwolves. That's crazy, but this was the Paul George, Jason Kidd, KG team that I actually thought looked pretty good on paper, but again, I guess you don't really know until the playoffs actually start here. But I feel like obviously our team is better built, so I don't really doubt us. I'm winning this series. Shaq is still playing very good. Look at those numbers. That's really great. Especially for legendary teams. Don't look at these numbers like, oh, he's only scoring that much, this, that, and the other. Well, you have to realize there's other legends on the team who need to touch the ball as well. So, obviously, there's not going to be players averaging a crazy ton of numbers, but that's really good. And then we have the LeBron James-led Wizards making it to the conference finals, going up against, yes, the 8th-seeded Cleveland Cavaliers, getting another upset. How is this team going on is beyond me, but they're dominating their opponents. And again, like I said, this is a Legends draft. It's all really good players. And we sweep our way into the finals. Oh my god. How does that happen? I think we just might have won a championship here, boys, because the 8th-seeded Eastern Conference team has somehow made it all the way to the NBA Finals. How is that possible? That's crazy. Alright, well I guess we could just simulate it, but this is kind of an anticlimactic ending because they don't really have any like superstar players. But yeah, we win. Shaq Finals MVP. The big Aristotle wins another one. That's awesome. But how did this team make it to the finals is beyond me. They have Kemba. Who else do they have? I'm trying to see. Man, we just dominated them, honestly. Kemba was like their leading scorer for a lot of the games. That's not, I mean, no offense to Kemba, but not really the player you want to carry your team in a finals game. But we all played really well, and I'm really proud of our team. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. That was honestly very fun to do these Legends rebuild. I do these all the time, you know, off camera by myself, and I'm just bored. I make Legends drafts and try to make my best team and this, that, and the other. So if you guys enjoyed it,